Did you know that choosing the wrong category on your YouTube video could be the reason that you're not getting the views that you want, or maybe YouTube's showing your content to the wrong people because you have the wrong settings enabled on your content? Well, those two things are absolutely nothing, because by the end of this video, you're gonna know why you're stuck with low views on YouTube. And all you have to do is implement the changes I'm gonna share with you, and it's going to help increase the views that you get, because YouTube will finally be showing your content to the audience that should actually be seeing it. Change number one is you need to make sure that you're choosing the right category on YouTube, because if you choose the wrong category, automatically YouTube's gonna show your content to the wrong people. Okay, now when it comes to choosing the right category, this is really, really important. In fact, if we look at my new YouTube channel right here, we can see I got 26,000 views, 30,000 views, 32,000 views. And one of the reasons for this is because I'm choosing the right category on my content. So in order to do this, you're gonna come into details, and ideally you should be doing this before you actually upload, but you wanna make sure that you scroll down here and you are going to see category right here. You need to make sure that you are choosing the category that is most closely associated with whatever you're uploading. If you're uploading about cars, use auto. If you're uploading about comedy or something that's funny, use comedy. If you're making an educational video, like the video that I'm making right now, use education. If you're making a funny video, an entertaining video, entertainment. If you're doing something with animation, make sure you do that. If you're doing Roblox or Fortnite, make sure you choose gaming. If you're doing something that is how-to or style, basically this is going to be something like fashion, you want to make sure that you choose this. Music, choose this. News and politics, choose this. And I think the rest of them are pretty self-explanatory. Now, once you choose one of these, let's say that I change this to comedy, you can see there's no other category. But if I come under entertainment, there's also no other category. If we come under education though, sometimes there is another category. You only want to choose this other category if you are specifically doing a how-to video. For example, if I made a video about how to get more views on YouTube, I would want to choose education, and then I would want to choose how-to. Otherwise, don't choose anything else on any of these other categories. Change number two is you need to make sure that you dive into your language settings on YouTube, because ever since YouTube turned on their auto dub feature, they might be showing your content to the wrong people, and this is a really easy fix, but it could be the thing that's actually destroying your views, especially if you were doing well, and now you're seeing lower views. Okay, now in order to find the next thing that you need to check, you need to come out here and you need to come into your analytics and then click on the top right hand corner right here for advanced mode. What you are going to want to do is you are going to want to come over, instead of content, you want to break this out by geography right here. And then what this is going to show you are what geographies are getting you the most views, but then also which ones are actually watching your content. So as we can see right here, India watches my content for way less than my average view duration. If we scroll down a little more, the same exact thing with France right here, and the same exact thing with Pakistan. So people in Pakistan, people in France, people in India are actually destroying my reach right here, but I could actually adjust this on my videos. The way that I'm going to adjust this is come over to my content right here. I'll be able to scroll down. I could click on details on one of my videos, and we can come over here into languages. Now, if we scroll down, we could see that I can take some things off. For example, my video is published in Hindi right here. I would be able to delete this. Or French right here, I would be able to delete this. And then what that would do would be stopping YouTube from showing my content to people in those regions or in those countries that don't end up watching my content anyway. Because essentially what's happening, if I come into the details of my video and I scroll down a little bit, we could see that I do have the auto dubbing feature turned on right here. Automatic dubbing. So YouTube is automatically dubbing my content, showing my content to people in those regions, but they're not actually watching, and it ends up hurting my channel. And this same thing might be happening to you because YouTube auto dubbing has been rolled out to a lot more people now. Change number three is you need to make sure that you're only focused on topics of content and titles of content that not are doing well for everybody in your niche, that not are doing well for big creators in your niche, but instead are doing well for small channels. And it's actually a brand new feature that allows you to see this really easily. Now, the easiest way to do this is actually using the vidIQ Chrome extension. So if we come over to YouTube right here, we can see that my YouTube looks different than yours. It looks different because I have this filters over here. So essentially what I could do is I could come over here and I can type something in, for example, how to grow on Instagram. And then I'm going to be able to come over to this filter right here, and I'm going to be able to filter by the amount of subscribers that people have. So let's say that I had less than 20,000 subscribers. I might want to come over here and put 20,000 subscribers, and then this will only show me me what kind of content that is getting people a lot of views that have less than 20,000 subscribers. And then guess what that shows me, and guess what that tells me? That shows and tells me the type of content that I should be creating in order to reach people that are interacting with stuff like this. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to come over here and take into consideration just everybody on YouTube. Because look, this person, 80,000 subscribers. This person, 196,000 subscribers. This person, 190,000 subscribers. Alex Hormozi, only 4 million subscribers. So you might think that these are good videos to make, but these are actually horrible videos to make because they're only getting views because these people have so many subscribers, and you want to make sure that you're not one of those people that isn't benefiting from this and is only uploading content that other people are already interacting with and have already made a really good video for. Instead, you want to find content gaps, and you do that by looking at what is getting people with a low subscriber count a lot of views, because that means that very clearly YouTube has a gap for audiences like this, styles like this, and if you fill that gap, it can help you get more views. And my favorite part about vidIQ is you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with it today for only $1. Please don't let $1 be the difference between you getting the views and growth that you want to on YouTube or you continuing to flop. Because here's the deal. Everybody you're competing against on YouTube is using vidIQ, and if you're not, you're gonna get left behind. Change number 4 is you might be ignoring exactly what your audience wants. And lucky for you, YouTube actually tells you exactly what kind of content your audience wants to see. So now that you know from step number 3 what topics you should be going after, you need to make sure that you check those with what I'm about to show you. Okay, so now that you have this information, you want to take this and you want to double check it. Now, on the channel that I'm showing you right here, I don't upload about how to grow on Instagram. I upload about AI tools. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to do this again. I'm going to type in Google Gemini quick. We could filter over here. We're going to do low subscribers. We could see what types of videos are getting people a lot of views. For example, Google Gemini 3.0. Now, what I'm going to be able to do is come over here into my YouTube studio. I am going to be able to click on analytics right here. And then I'm going to be able to click on audience. And then I'm going to be able to click on trends right here, and I'm going to be able to search and see whether or not that topic will actually get me views. Because it's going to bring up this search bar right here, and I'll be able to type this in, Gemini 3.0, and what we want to make sure here is that this shows very high interest. If that did not show very high interest, that is a warning, and that says to me, hey Rob, you should not upload about this topic because your ideal audience is actually not going to be interested in it. So you need to make sure that you are looking at that. You need to make sure that you are taking that into consideration before you ever go to upload anything. Otherwise, you're going to end up uploading about topics that nobody actually cares about. For example, if we come over here and type in how to grow on Instagram, we could see that this is not going to show very high interest. In fact, this is going to show very low interest, which is a sign to me that I should not upload about this. Then that last reason that YouTube might not be pushing out your content, whether you're uploading shorts or long form content, is simply because you're not hitting the analytics that you need to hit in order for YouTube to show your content to more people. Let me explain. So here are the analytics that you need to make sure that you're hitting. If we come over into content right here, we could scroll down, we could see that this video right here did really well. If we come into analytics, the reason that this video did really well, if I come over to reach, we could see that in the first 24 hours, it had over a 10% click-through rate. You need to be aiming for that. In addition to that, if we come over to engagement and we scroll down right here, we could see that in the first 30 seconds, almost 70% of people are still watching. You need to make sure that you're hitting both of those two things if you're uploading long form content. Now, if you're uploading shorts, this is going to be completely different. For example, if we come over to my shorts right here, like this one that got over 111,000 views, we come into the analytics. The reason that this happened is because stayed to watch is over 80%, which needs to happen no matter how long your video is. If you upload a short, you need to hit that. And in addition to that, this average view duration. So if your video is less than 30 seconds, the average view duration needs to be higher than the length of the video. But if your video is greater than 30 seconds, like this one right here, that is 41 seconds, your average view duration needs to be 80% of the length of your video. I'm going to show you really quickly how to figure this out. You're just going to pull up a calculator. You're going to type in the length right here in seconds, for example, 41. You're going to multiply that by 0.8. We're going to see that this comes out to 32.8, aka 33. My average view duration was higher than that, which is why this video is going viral and will continue to go viral. Now, if you want to grow faster on YouTube, the same exact way that I help this creator grow, and this creator grow, I personally want to work with you one-on-one to help you grow faster on YouTube. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here. It walks you through the 3 different ways that we can work together one-on-one, and I can help you grow faster by literally walking you through and holding your hand the entire time, helping you create your thumbnails, your scripts, your content, and even giving you feedback.